simply wanted to show you guys how it started and how it's going. So I used to have like 3 of these filled with makeup, no compartments or anything. I got these from Five Below. They work really well for the time that I had them. And then I would stuff everything in this reusable Target bag. Look at it. It looks terrible in there. But the Lord delivered. And Amazon had this. So this is my new and approved makeup bag, all in one. So it comes with these like adjustable sections, and you can make your compartments as small or big as you want them. I'm going to show you guys some of my favorite products. Really, I don't wear anything super special, but this for a eyelash glue literally saved my life. Like, my lashes do not come off, but when I want them to come off, they will. That's why I love this stuff. Like, it's not stuck on your eyelashes afterwards, but your lashes are definitely there for the day or night. These, of course, are my Merm lashes. These are Delilah. I've been wearing these back to back now. I love these. I have some other ones from Merm, and they're my favorite lashes just because they're so nice and fluffy, and they just give what needs to be given. I think sometimes when I find other lashes, they don't do what I need them to do. So yeah, that's the base model. That's how big it is. It's giving like a laptop case. But for someone that was carrying 3 of those in a bag like this is perfect. I want to show you guys the top. So one thing I was never able to really like fit in one of these bags was my eyeshadow palettes. And now I have space for all of that. So amazing. And I got some samples up here I got from Nordstrom. And of course, my handy dandy Neutrogena wipes. I love these. That's my new makeup bag from rags to riches. I got this on Amazon, and I'll put the link down below. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So I am getting ready to go record some confessionals for some other vlogs, but I figured that I would tell a story since my face is beat while I take my hair out. So let's go. All right, so if you know me, you know that my life is really insecure. I said that on the last video. Like, my life is really an episode of Insecure. And basically, this story takes place about two like holiday seasons ago. So I have a podcast called The Girls Room Podcast. We kind of haven't been recording because of COVID. And we're kind of just like enjoying the break, because doing a podcast is very time consuming, and honestly a lot of us were in school just going through different things in life, so we took COVID as a time to take a break. And a lot of people have actually like stepped up their podcast game, and I'm very excited and of course support all of them, but TGR has just been taking a break and enjoying it. So TGR was a part of this network of like other creatives, other podcasts, and they had a potluck. So I took a friend with me, and when we got there, like, it was cool. It was people from a neighboring school, college that we had, kind of like partied with. So some of the people I actually knew. But it was just like guy, and he was super nice, and we kind of just like hit it off and basically talked the whole night. And so at the end of the night, he asked for my number, and yeah, I gave it to him. It was cool. So I think it was Thanksgiving. And so he had, well, I was supposed to go to Park at 14th for like their little Thanksgiving turn up. One thing about the DMV, we're gonna turn up for every holiday. It's ridiculous. Clappers, what was it? MOK Day. It was like clapping for canned goods for Thanksgiving. Like just wild. So I was on my way to Park at 14th, and it was so packed. There was no parking anywhere on 14th Street. It was ridiculous. So I decided I was going home. One thing about me, if I can't find parking, I'm not paying to park in the garage. It's above me. So I was texting him. We had been texting like that whole day. And I was texting him and I was like, yeah, Park at 14th is dead. I'm going home. It's no parking. And he was like, well, come to Big Chief. And I was like, oh, you know what? Sure. Big Chief is a smaller venue. Usually better parking. So I was like, yeah, I can do that. So get to Big Chief, and I actually knew the guy that was hosting the party. So we get in line, and it's this whole debacle between the security guard and this girl. If you know Big Chief, you know the security guard I'm talking about. Like, he always gives people a hard time. So the security guard is just like, I'm not letting anyone else in. I'm like, oh, this is trash. So I text the guy that I know is hosting the party. And I'm like, hey, like, can you come get me? The security guard is wilding at the front. He's like, cool, on my way. So when I walk up to the front, the boy that I was texting is standing up there. I need to give him a name. What should we name him, guys? Let's name him Daquan. Okay, so I get up to the front of the line, and Daquan is in the front. So I'm like, oh, hey. Like, mind you, we've been texting while we were in line. So he's like, hey, what's up? How are you? So we're like, kiki and talking, whatever. Cool. So Daquan also knows the guy that was hosting the party. So when he comes outside, he gets both of us. But when we walk in, Daquan leaves me. So I'm just like, well, this is weird. Like, you told me to come meet you, and we get in, and you leave me. So I'm like, what? So I'm like, whatever. Go to the bar, get a drink, and start walking around basically to look for him, because like I came there by myself. All my friends were at the park. So finally find him. We're upstairs. He had texted me and said like, where you at? So I finally find him, and when I get upstairs, he's like with one of his mans. So I'm like, hey, what's up? Talking to the mans, and then he's like, oh yeah, he was like, wait, what's your name again? And I'm like, what? Like, nigga, we've been texting and you don't even know my name? Whatever. Sometimes niggas be weird, so I really just didn't think much of it, but I'm like, okay. So he goes to the bathroom, Daquan, and I'm sitting there with his mans while he's in the bathroom. So me and the mans are talking. The mans is like, what are your intentions with my friend? Jokes. So it's just like, ha ha, hee hee, whatever. So then I get another text from Daquan, and was like, hey, where you at? And I'm like, hey, I'm out here with your friend, like, where you left me. And he was like, I can't wait to see you. Like, I can't wait to spend time with you and just vibe. I should have known something was wrong when he said that. So he comes out of the bathroom and he's like, yeah, I'm about to go downstairs. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I go downstairs with him. So he texts me when we get downstairs, and when we get downstairs, I think he like leaves me again. So it's just like, bruh, this nigga keeps leaving me. What the heck? So he leaves me. I end up running into Wawa. And that's funny because me and Wawa were actually beefing at this point in time. We weren't really talking. So it's just like, do I stay with this girl I'm beefing with, or do I find this nigga? But I'm tired of walking around to look for this man, so let me just chill and sit with Wawa. So me and Wawa are just sitting there chilling or whatever. And then Daquan texts me again, like, where are you? I'm like, nigga, you keep leaving me. Like, what the heck? So I get up, I walk around Big Chief. And the thing about Big Chief is, once you get in there, you have no phone service. Like, if you don't come with who you come with, you're not going to find them. Like, it's so wild. Even though it's a small venue, it's just kind of like, you walk around, and if your turn, it's just like you could literally just walk past them. So walk around and finally find him again. So standing next to him, we're like talking, we're dancing and stuff, but it's giving like chill, like friend, friend vibes or whatever. So he texts me again, and he's like, "Where are you? I feel like I keep missing you." And at this point, I'm standing next to him, so I'm just like, I literally saw him send a text message, so I'm just like, nigga, what? So I look at him and I'm like, why are you texting me? I'm right here. The look of utter embarrassment on his face is OC. And at that moment, I was like, dog, he didn't know he was texting me. He thought he was texting someone else. So I'm like, did you mean to text me? And he was like, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Like, nah, I thought I was texting someone else. And I'm like, oh. Like, I literally don't know. Nori, what would you have done? Do you know? What would you have done? So I'm just like, I don't really know what to do. So I'm just like, okay, well, you have a good night. So I go like sit with Wawa for a little bit because I'm not a B word. I'm not just about to leave the party just because, the guy I thought wanted me to come actually wasn't talking to me. So I sit with Wawa for a little bit and then I leave. And I'm just like, God, like, can you imagine someone texting you like, you're so cool, I love your vibe, I can't wait to dance with you all night long, even though all of this is like getting a little bit cringe. But in the moment, it was cute. That's cute. So, yeah, after that, I went home. I nursed my wounds. I was so sad. Called my best friend like, Nori, I know you're not trying to get on this couch. You're going to get in trouble. Oh, my goodness. Y'all. So, I tell my best friends, like, what happened. They're like, Jasmine, stop lying. I'm like, son, that's OC. Just save my number. Like, I don't understand that. I do understand, like, not saving people's numbers until you figure out if they're going to be in your life or not. But that was wild. So, he texted me the next day. He's like, so sorry about what happened last night. Like, I really just thought I was texting someone else. You are really cool, though. Like, please, don't, like, hold that to my heart, hold it to my head. I'm like, nigga, I'm holding it to both. Because what? And, yeah, I was just like, nah, you're good. But, like, I'm good. But, yeah, so that was my little story. I think all my rollers are out now. Quick, short, and to the point. But so embarrassing, so awkward. And it's crazy because the girl that he was meaning to text, he finally found her, and it's crazy because now they have a baby together. So obviously it was meant to be, but just very embarrassing for me. So if you guys have ever gone through something like that, or if you've ever sent a text message to the wrong person, off some like I love you type stuff, and it wasn't meant for them, let me know in the comments. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.